मिनशैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्लाह के नाम से शुरू हुआ और मेहरबान निहायत रहम वाला है। मालिक है जो रोज़ से ज़्यादा हम तुझे को पूछते हैं और तेरी ही बात करते हैं। हम तुझसे रास्ते चला रास्ता उनका जन्म तेरा इनाम हुआ ताकि उनका जन्म तेरा वज़्ब हो और ना बहके वो। Well, welcome all of you in the second lecture of electromagnetic field theory course. Last we discussed about the atomic structure of atom. We all know the mass of electron. The last discussion was on we discussed the topic on the mass of electron equal to the mass of the quantity of electron equal to the quantity of proton, and the mass of uh, magnitude of charge of electron equal to the magnitude of charge of proton. So last we discussed in our that topic. This is the basic atomic structure that we're going to discuss. So again we're going to continue about the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law is the basic scenario of electromagnetic force of attraction and repulsion. If you have the copy, so please write down all the kind of things. So the statement of Coulomb's law is that uh, the electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the center of the charges. This is the statement of Coulomb's law. And the main thing which we discuss in this part, I think my screen is shared with all of you, so please focus there. If you're taking two charges, negative in nature, and another charge, negative in nature, they are in the region of a space which are same charges and like charges with each other. Both the polarity have negative in nature. The distance between these two charges are d. We all know the like charges are repelled to each other and unlike charges are attracted to each other. What are like charges and unlike charges? Like charges are same in polarity, that positive, negative and negative are combined with each other. They are called like charges. And unlike charges are positive and negative. If we all know that if we going to near positive and negative charge with each other, the electrostatic force of attraction will be produced between these two charges and they are separated with the distance of d. The scenario we call the unlike charges phenomena. And if we discuss this phenomena, here we take the charge positive in nature and another charge positive in nature. And we all know if same charges or like charges are not attracted with each other, they are repelled to each other. And after when they repel to each other, the distance between these two charges is d. So the scenario is given by Coulomb, and in my first lecture I already discussed what Coulomb derive his formula from Newton's law of universal gravitation, and that is F is equal to g m1 m2 over r square. So the same replica of Newton's universal gravitational electrostatic force of attractions phenomena followed by Coulomb, and we can say Coulomb copy the scenario or statement or phenomena of Newton in its concept, that is micron type of bodies which implement in this state, and which we can say the unlike charges are repelled to each other, and this phenomena is going to be followed as F is equal to k q1 q2 over r squared. That is similar with Newton's law of universal gravitation. So you can see F is equal to k q1 q2 over r square, which is we also called a d square. So electrostatic force of attraction is directly proportional with the proportionality of product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the center of the charges. And the formula of k equal to or drive value of k is 9 into 10 to power minus 9, and the k is called Coulomb's constant. Uh, the implementation of this force, that we can say, if two charges 1 and 2 or 1, so the force exert the charge of q into 2 is called F1 towards 2, and the force that is acting towards 2 is to 1 is called minus F to 1. That we call both the forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in charges, or opposite in direction, we can also set this. And this phenomena is implemented in this diagram. Same derivation is implemented here, and overall these phenomena are replicating. Replicating means copying the phenomena in multiple ways of forces that we can observe in F12, F A2, F43, and going towards at n time. So the force is implement after this scenario in tension of force. This force is equivalent to tension, and most of the numerical of our second year pre-engineering physics we can also implement the kind of thing. So Coulomb's law is implemented automatically in electric field intensity that I discussed in first lecture. So why I not discuss Coulomb's law? Because I start with the concept of electromagnetic field. So electromagnetic field is derived from electro and magnetism, electric field and magnetic field. So first I have to start the concept of electric lines of forces or electric field with electric field intensity, and the magnetism part will going to be discussed after midterm. So that's the reason I first discuss electric field intensity kind of concept and then Coulomb's law. But on the sequencing way, first the topic is Coulomb's law, and the second Coulomb's law is implement on electric field intensity formula, and automatically we can derive two kind of formula. E is equal to F upon Q, that we already discussed in lecture 1, and E is equal to volt per meter is the second formula of electric field intensity. And already we discussed all the kind of these phenomena in sphere wave, conductor of wave here. Now our third topic, which are going to discuss, is electric potential and electric potential energy. We all know electric lines of forces have the kind of intensity and had a kind of potential. That is why electric potential term can be derived in the basic way of electric field intensity. We learned that in work power energy chapter, objects have potential energy because of their positions. In this case, change in an electric field has also potential energy because of this, because of its position. So the basic thing which discuss in these three lines is object have potential energy. Every object have its potential, means you are the person also have a potential. I am a person also have a kind of potential. By this potential I do work done. Yeah, I do a work. Because of their position, in this case charge in an electric field has also a potential energy. The charge is moving in the region where the directed it towards follow. So we can say a position that followed by a charge is flow or moving with a kind of potential energy, or moving with the potential. Since there is a force on charge, the force is with the charge, that is I already discussed electrostatic force, that is force of attraction, force of repulsion, by which is flow, and it does is it does work against to this force, we can say that it must have energy for doing work. So it have the energy that can be utilized to do work. In other words, we can say that energy required increasing the distance between two charges to infinity or vice versa. So we can say energy required to increase the distance two charges infinity towards vice versa. That means if we're going to separate two charges at the infinite stage, so we need the infinite kind of energy. Yeah, we can say the drastical kind of energy, which is in infinite in magnitude. Electric potential energy is a scalar quantity. We all know energy have no specific direction, so we can say it is a scalar quantity. If the particular entity have a kind of direction, particularly do specific kind of work in particular direction, so that quantity would be, we can say, a vector quantity. So scalar quantity, energy, and the unit of energy is joule. Worden also measure in joule. We use following formula to find the magnitude of electric potential. So the formula of electric potential is A Q1 Q2 over D. It is not D square. It is A Q1 Q2 over D. So these are the other kind of basic things, rules which we are going to discuss in this formula. If the charges have opposite sign, if two charges are opposite in sign, that means they are like unlike charges. Electric potential becomes negative. So unlike charges on or in unlike charges, we can say the electric potential becomes negative. The value of it is negative. If they are same type of charges, then electric potential becomes positive. If they are in same type of charge, that means like charges provide the electric potential positive in nature. If electric potential is positive, then electric potential energy is inversely proportional to the distance of d. It is the same scenario that we discussed in Coulomb's law, and the same scenario which we discussed in electric field intensity. That which is, I again repeat, electric potential energy is inversely proportional to the distance. If distance is increased between the charges, then electric potential would going to be reduced. And if the distances decrease between the charges, the electric potential or electric field intensity would be increased. That is, we can say, vice versa relation and inverse relation between the distance and electric potential. So now we're going to move towards the next phase, that is this kind of formula direction. I try my level best to simplify this course in normal way, which every person can understand easily. The next topic, which is capacitance and capacitors. So we discussed three topics in capacitor, capacitance, and capacitor. The first main thing that we know, the resistance and equivalent resistance. We all know resistances are connected in series or in parallel, or series and in parallel. These are the three combinations in which we connect the combination of resistances in different aspects. So the equivalent resistance formula of resistances, we all know R equivalent equal to R1 plus R1, R1 plus R2 plus R3, towards the series of that, or we can say plus Rn. This is the equivalent series combination formula for resistance connection in series. And the equivalent formula for connection of resistances in parallel, we all know it is 1 over R equivalent equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, and so on to that it will be end at plus 1 upon Rn. So this is the equivalent formula of series and parallel combination of resistances. The second entity is Inductance. Inductance can also connect in series and in parallel. The equivalent formula of series resistance, we all know it's L equivalent equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3, so on to that, and towards L equivalent Ln. And if the parallel combination of V A L equivalent, that is 1 upon L equivalent equal to 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2 plus 1 upon L3 equal to, and it will end towards plus 1 upon Ln. This is the parallel combination formula of inductance that is connected in parallel, and we already discussed the series combination connection of inductance. The combination of series parallel in inductance and resistance are in resemblance with each other. Resemblance means same with either, comparatively same, a phenomena of adding in series and parallel. But if we talk about the equivalent capacitance in series and in parallel, that is, if we first talk about the series equivalent of capacitance, that is 1 upon Cn. Yes, 1 upon Cn, which is in R is simple R, R equivalent, and L in simple L equivalent. But on series, this equivalent capacitance is 1 upon C equivalent equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 plus it will end towards plus 1 upon Cn. This is the series combination of capacitance. If we talk about the parallel combination, finding equivalent capacitance of capacitor, let it be C equivalent equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus it will end towards Cn, and that we can say it is C equivalent parallel combination of capacitor that is connected in parallel. Now, the rule of thumb which I am going to discuss with you is that if we add two capacitors in series, the equivalent capacitance of the capacitor will be reduced, and the capacitor, if we connect the capacitor in parallel, then the capacitance will be increased. If we connect resistances are series connected in series, the equivalent capacitance will be increased, and if we connect the resistances in parallel, their resistance will be decreased. Same phenomena of resistance is implement in resistance of series, that in series the equivalent inductance will be increased when we connect inductances in series, and if we connect the inductances in parallel, the equivalent inductance will be reduced. So this phenomena we already know. I'm just going to remind you all these phenomena. Now come to the depth concept of capacitance and capacitors. We all know the capacitors are in two types, polar and non-polar. Polar capacitors are connected in DC because they are polarity of positive and negative. And if we talk about the non-polar capacitor, it is dedicated to connect in AC type of systems. And because we all know the non-polar capacitor have no kind of polarity, we can connect it vice versa, any kind of terminal with any kind of terminal, it will be work. So why non-polar capacitor connect to AC? Because AC kind of current, it is alternate, it's in nature, and we already discussed the kind of current is AC current, which is change its direction in 1 second to 50 times. If a current change its direction in 1 second towards 50 times, so its frequency we call 50 hertz. Again I repeat, if a signal of current 220 volt in magnitude change its direction from positive cycle to negative cycle in 50 times, then we can say this phenomena we call a frequency. So that is why the standard frequency of Pakistan is 50 hertz, because the signal is repeat itself in 50 times from positive cycle to negative cycle. So the non-polar capacitor is connect with the nature of current, AC in nature, and polar capacitor connect with DC in nature. And we cannot connect AC signal with polar capacitor. It will be burst, it will be burned, and we cannot connect AC. Uh, we not connect non-polar capacitor with DC towards the high voltage, so it will be dangerous and it will be blast. And most important thing, and last we after that we going to discuss the theory of the capacitance. The last thing is that if you connect the polar capacitor with its particular direction, so never misunderstood to connect a capacitor in opposite polarity. That means if you according to data sheet, according to circuit diagram, you have to connect the positive terminal of the capacitor with the positive circuit and negative terminal of capacitor with the negative terminal. But because of misunderstood, you replicate or opposite the direction. The positive terminal you connect with the negative, and the negative terminal you connect with the positive. So, and when you start or on the supply, the capacitor will blast, and it will be very harmful, and it will be very dangerous cause of life. So when you deal with capacitor, especially a polar capacitor, you have to be very careful. And I think on my first or second semester, I I uh, see the blast of capacitor from my own eyes in my first or second semester, and uh, it will very uh, dangerous to see even the kind of thing. My colleagues are doing this thing, and I was far of that experiment. But the blast of that capacitor is very much shouted in the whole laboratory, which is very large. Now comes to the capacitance, the ratio of charge gain per potential gain of the conductors. That means Q is equal to CV. That means uh, the capacity. Capacitance is the capacity of capacitor. So how can we calculate the capacity of capacitor? The charge per unit supplied voltage is called the capacity of capacitor, and it is be called a capacitance. Measured in farad, the commercial level unit of capacitance is microfarad. Sometimes people did say farad, microfarad. Some people said farad. So these are the two pronunciation which commonly used in market. So Q is the charge that is measured in coulomb. V is the voltage, supplied voltage, and the ratio of these two quantities become the capacity of capacitor, that is called a capacitance. Now, this graph shows the capacity of storage bay, that how we increase the voltage, supplied voltage towards this capacitor, increasing drastically, and the charge in the capacitance increase linearly. If we applied voltage towards the high terms in V, 2V, 3V, towards the charge will be increased in the capacitance, that's Q, 2Q, 3Q, onwards linearly. So capacitance is a scalar quantity. It has no direction. That is why it's a scalar quantity. Graph given below shows the relation of a charge gain and potential gain of conductor sphere. So these are some technical kind of formula that is shown here, and these are the suffix of pico, micro, nano, uh, Micro is 10 to power minus 6, pico is 10 to power minus 12, and nano is 10 to power minus 9. These are the common units suffix of capacitance, that is pico, micro, and nano. And the most common out of these three things is microfarad. The fan capacitor capacity is normally start with 2.5 microfarad or 2 microfarad, depends upon the kind of fan that is in size, and it will be increased with the maximum rating of 2.5 macro 3.5 microfarad. Exhaust fan consists of a capacitance of 4 microfarad, and washing machine can work on the capacitance of 10 microfarad. Induction motor of zero point 0.5 horsepower work on also 10 to 15 microfarad, and 2 horsepower motor work on 20 to 30 microfarad capacitor, that is in large in size also. So these are the capacitors which you can see capacitors. Now we start with the theory of capacitor. Capacitors are device designed for strong charge, storage charge. Sorry, the capacitor is a device which stores electric charge in its uh, plates. There are two plates in the capacitor, positive plate and negative plate, and these two plates are connected with the source, this which are connected with kind of battery or a source of voltage supply. They are commonly used in computers or electronic systems. Uh, Most of the electronic equipments, devices, supplies, you already seen capacitances. Most of the circuitry, fans, electrical, electronic kind of equipment, gadgets, they are consist of capacitors. They consist of two conductor plates located with distance of each other. There is a distance between these two plates. If the distance between these two plates are increased, the capacity would be reduced, and if the distance is reduced, the capacity would be increased. So there is a inverse relation between the capacity of capacitor and the distance between the plates. And some kind of mobile specs, if you going to buy a new mobile, you have to see that kind of touch sensor, which kind of touch sensor is embedded in your mobile. Either it is a capacitive touch, or either it's a resistive touch. That means if you touch your finger to the touchpad of your mobile, that means if it's a soft touch and it's moving smoothly, that we can say this kind of touch is capacitive sensor or touch or panel. And if there are some kind of used mobiles, or we can say some mobiles are very cheap in rates, their touch panel is very much resistive in nature. That means we are very much applied force to move the icons, appear the options. We are very difficult to use the kind of touch sensor, and that touch sensor is resistive in nature. So you can also observe these kind of terms, things in field as well, the capacitive touch and the resistive touch. So these are also applied in the field as well. They consist of two conducting plates located at the distance of each other, that is d. They do not touch each other. They are not touched with each other. They are separated with a dielectric with it. If you can open any kind of capacitor, uh, it is very difficult to open a kind of capacitor, you all know. So, but when I was a child, uh, I open a kind of capacitor. It is very difficult, but I open the kind of capacitor, and there is a mica that is wrapped in the plates, and these strips plates are very much lower in size, steel, or we can say what kind of thing, mica wrapped in a steel of plates of negative and positive, and these are too much layering to wrap positive kind of plate and negative kind of plate. So It is not air between them. It's a mica or wrapping between them. It's a kind of a bandage that is wrapping on the plates, and these are too much heavy after bending. So there is a dielectric between these two rings, and which is separated with a distance curve kind of thing. So they do not touch with each other. When they connect the negatively charged plate, then nature is where they share total charge until the potentials become equal and leaves of the electroscope rises. Then we locate plate A when the distance of D to B. Since we ground the plate, it is neutral at the beginning. If we going to test, or if we vanish the kind of all charge in the capacitor, first we have to ground itself, ground all the two plates with each other, then the all kind of charge that is stored in the plates of capacitor will going to be vanish. And how it is possible, how we can ground these two pins? If you buy a capacitor in any kind of your life experience, you can buy a capacitor and to said that guy to please check the capacitor, either it is working or not. So how it can, what kind of steps he is going to check the capacitor? It is a simple way to plug your capacitor pin and on the plug and on the switch, the capacitor will store the electric charge, and these two pins are, if strike some kind of steel of plate, after the sparking, all the kind of plate will vanish their charges in drastically in a second. So we can observe all the kind of charges are vanish when we combine two plates with each other. The hanging way that two plates are separated or placed uh, in kind of foundation, that is insulator on which the plates are hanging. These are the conductor of wire that is charged negatively charged plates. So this is the some kind of story of capacitor and how it is charged. And these are the symbol of capacitor with the symbolic representation. So if you can see, this symbol is the symbol of capacitor, and it is non-polar. It is a non-polar capacitor. A battery which supplied potential difference is represented by a symbol, but this is a non-polar capacitor. This symbol is a battery symbol. We can say polar capacitor. These are also a polar capacitor. So factors on which the capacitance depend, and these are area of plates. Area of plate means if the area of plate increase, the capacitance of capacitor will be increased. Both two plates, I am talking about both two plates. If the area of both two plates are increased, the capacitance will be increased. If the area of the plate is reduced, the capacity of the capacitor will be reduced. Distance between the plate. If the distance between these two plates are increased, the capacity will be decreased, and the distance between the plate is reduced, the capacity will be increased. Dielectric constant between the plates, epsilon. Dielectric can also be emphasized, but it is not. It is mentioned here. You can see C is equal to epsilon A over T. Epsilon is, we can say, I forget what is the name of this thing. Epsilon is the permittivity of free space. Permittivity. This epsilon is the permittivity, and epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. And the value of epsilon naught is 8.85 × 10⁻12 farad per meter. Water have the permittivity. I'm not talking about the permittivity of free space. I'm talking about a simple permittivity. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space, and epsilon is the permittivity of the relative medium. That is, the water have 717.17 into 10⁻12 farad per meter. So, if the value of epsilon is increased, the capacitance would be increased. So epsilon is depend with the relative medium, which kind of medium you are using between the plates. Let's say air between the plate, it's a medium of air, and mica, it's a medium of between the plate. and medium, or we can say mica, insulating materials, water. We cannot use the water, but it's a material. So we use between the plate is insulating material, which is mica, and bacolite, and other I forgot. These are the some concept of capacitor and capacitance. So, till towards this scenario, I already discussed the concept of capacitor in series and in parallel, and already discussed the combination of inductance in series and parallel. Already discussed the concept of resistance connection in parallel and series. So these are the simple concepts. The equivalent capacitance, which is connect. These are drive way. So we already discussed in metric and inter. So I'm not here to discuss that how to calculate the equivalent capacitance from the basic level to the advanced level. So we all know the equivalent if the capacitance are connected in parallel in this way, the equivalent capacitance would be C1 plus C2 plus C3. These are three, so end is at 3. If the capacitance of capacitors are connected in series, so the capacity of these capacitors would be right in this way: 1 over C equivalent plus 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. So we can say the equivalent capacitance is like this way. And there's a third phenomena that capacitors are not only connected in series, are not only in parallel, they are also used in the combined form of series and parallel. That is, we observe these two things are series with each other, and the combination of these two things is series with C3. So this is the concept of equivalent capacitance, that in series and parallel and the combined way of these things. So uh, this is the end of today's lecture. Uh, Hopefully you enjoyed the session, which is whole in Angrezi, in English. And if you have any kind of question, please feel free to ask at the mail address of adilkhanpakistan@gmail.com or adil.khan@humdard.edu.pk, and on my WhatsApp. You already, all of you are in WhatsApp group of EMFT. If you have any kind of query, please feel free to discuss on group or individual message to me. So we are going to end today's session. Hope you enjoy, and we are meet in the lecture number 3. Allah Hafiz.